I'm over in Delta County at the location where I had a tree pushed over last March. We're into the, what is today? Third day of April. Last year it was bare ground. It was actually really dry out by this point. There's still snow on the ground right now, but I'm gonna go down by the river down here. It's a ways down into the woods and just walk around, see if I see tracks. This has been a location of, this is a rustic federal campground. And other than like one set of tracks going through here from a vehicle, there's no sign of anybody around here. So that's a good thing. I'm gonna walk in and to see what I see. I'm more interested in what I hear. So it's about 6:30, 6:40, getting in evening, which is kind of the time I wanted to hit this. So, all right, here we go. Well, there is one old set of boot tracks going down through here. It's kind of like a hiking trail, but all I see is one set of tracks from somebody. And it hasn't been recently, so that's a good sign. Some deer tracks. That's kind of funny. The deer actually walked on the boardwalk. Down in that direction is where I had the tree pushed down last year. It is thick. All right here is the location. Last year I came from that direction, which is where the river's at. I crossed this boardwalk. As I got right here, right down in there is where the tree was pushed down. Oh, there goes a deer. Got her tail up. Probably can't see it through there, but just kicked up a deer. So that's a food source. There are actually quite a few deer tracks around here. Down in that direction, where the tree was pushed down. There goes a deer. I don't know if you can see it or not. Actually, she's right there. Got her tail up. Sneaking along right there. Doesn't seem too worried about me. The old tail gives her away. This is just a beautiful area. Look at that big old massive white pine. As soon as we get the rest of the snow off the ground, we'll venture back here again. We've hit some of these areas a few times this year. This one's about 40 miles west of my house, so not a bad drive. You can hear the river. You can see where they definitely had some wind damage coming through here. Big old trees down. Very little in the way of bird noise today. The day the tree was pushed down, I'd come from up in the ridge up there a different way in. Come down along the river, but there's a lot of bird activity, squirrels, and then it just got dead silent. That's an interesting track. I took note as soon as it got really quiet. There's the river, flowing good. All the snow melt. Like I was saying, I took note of the silence all of a sudden, lack of bird noise, squirrel activity. It was only about 20 minutes later, 15 minutes later, that tree came down. I should have put my ice cleats on. It's slushy, but also very icy at the same time. I just threw my muck boots on. I knew I'd be getting in some mud and snow and everything else. So you just got to be careful of your footing. There's about a 15-foot drop there to the water. I want to fish this creek. I've never fished this before. I would think there'd be trout in here. And I do like me some pan-fried trout. Well, it's closed off last year. I'm assuming it's still basically condemned. Somebody ripped the snow fence out. That was off last year, but I think these are all fresh cut since I was here last. Little mini waterfall. Very peaceful out here. Love the sound of running water. There's been about 6 instances where I've had trees pushed down when I've been in active areas. One time I actually seen a tree come down. It was near a camp over in western Marquette County. It was a really, it was bigger than this right here. Bigger than that. It was a very large popple tree. This bridge is sketchy as hell. There's a big gaping hole up there, so I'm trying to watch where I put my feet because I can't see under the snow. That thing's been just burrowing right into the base of that tree. I'm going to avoid that section of the bridge until the snow melts off. I feel like putting my leg through and dropping the camera and everything else. So. I've never actually experienced anything on that side of the river. Only on this side. Campers at the campground have reported sightings at the campground. I think this will be an area I frequent more often this year. Just dead quiet out here. There should be bird activity right now. Springtime. Ooh, this is slippery. Actually have ice cleats in a truck. I always keep them in there. No, I don't. I got them in the other truck. Never mind. Oh well. There's risks to everything. Just what a beautiful area though, man. This is a little bit more open. I think it's been logged at some point. But definitely reminds me of the train over near Scandia where my son had his face-to-face encounter. That's where I had the log thrown at me and tree that was pushed down that I actually seen come down. That tree was probably 14 inches in diameter. Completely live popple tree. I will be going over there this year. Contemplating retirement this year. Just saying screw it, burn up some sick time and bow out at 29 years. So there's more important things in life than work. Like this. This is more important. Time is the one thing you can't get back. People always put everything off. Wait for someday, someday, someday. For a lot of people, someday never comes. And I don't want to be one of those people. But cedar swamps are just a hotbed of animal activity in general. There's so much life. I live in a cedar swamp, basically. There's so much animal life. You add this river through it. Moving water creates energy. Provides drinking water, fish. A lot of things create natural energy. Running water, granite, crystals. Well, I gotta pay attention. This is gonna be the trail going back. So, not much of a trail. There. Last time I followed the river along all the way to the end, where basically you just come to a peninsula. Walked back and went back up the hill. I'm just basically trying to recreate last year's events. See if I can get another tree pushed down. Deer track, big old canine track. We're down through there is where that tree came down. There's so many trees down, you'll never know which one at the time. I actually went down in there. You can see it in the previous video. I think it just says March, Delta County. Tree pushed down or something like that. Very thick. Well, actually, it'd be more probably along these lines back in here. It looks more like it. It's just very thick area. Very fresh deer tracks here. Going through the slush. Those are from today, definitely. Probably very, very recent, actually. A lot of deer sign through here. Go the pileated woodpecker. Oh, I hear another one. Those are just prehistoric looking birds. Wild looking creatures. I got them around the house too. They usually hang out on the other side of the river. Well, don't see anything that looks like squatch tracks. Well, I followed the river down to where it winds around, comes to a point. Woodpecker's been busy here. They're burrowing in there. Alright, I'm going to venture back up the hill towards the vehicle, which is what I did last year when the whole tree was pushed over. You're hearing more and more people talk about, they describe it as a predator type cloaking ability, like the movie Predator, where it's like transparent but not, you can still see the outline. Seems like you're hearing more and more and more of that. If they ever had those abilities in an area like this, you'd be very hard pressed to see them. I think that is the main reason the government tries to cover the subject up, is because of just the abilities that they have. They have senses and abilities that we have a hard time wrapping our minds around. And like everything else, the government would love to bastardize it and use it for ill intent if they could. Another canine track. Portions of the government that aren't accountable to anybody. And that's where they work on the black projects, as they call it. Elon and his team were going through the USAID, which is just a front for the CIA. USAID is what they use to do regime changes around the world. They uncovered one account money was going into, over $1 trillion, and there was no way to trace it. If that team can't trace it, probably nobody can. But that's what they use it for. They just piss away tax money like there is no tomorrow. And I get it, they got to work on stuff that we don't need to know about. But they do a lot of dirty stuff too. We need to keep our noses out of a lot of other countries. If they threaten us, that's one thing. All these regime changes, and they do it subtly. You know, all these transgender ideologies they're pushing overseas. That's what those are for, is regime change. That's how they start it. That way it's not so obvious. Alright, this is where I was last year. And the tree was pushed down over that way. I don't think I'm going to have the same luck this year. Or today, I should say. This is slippery. Yeah. Slippery shit. Well, coming back up on the main trail. Well, uneventful day squatching, still a beautiful way to spend a day. And there's the truck. Got to get a rooftop tent. So with a rooftop tent, I could come out here camping right now because I wouldn't be on the ground, so the snow wouldn't matter. All right. Uneventful, but absolutely beautiful walk. Peace out.